So I'm here with Jake, my team physio, and after around 8 months of knee pain, we've finally got the MRI results back.
Yeah, so scan results came back on Monday or Tuesday. All cartilage was all perfectly fine, which is rare. Normally that's something that will flag up. So had no issue with the cartilage, no issue with the ligaments or surrounding muscles. So knee stable and kind of safe to start cracking on now. The only thing that did flag up was fat pad inflammation. So basically at the front of your knee, just when you have a little fat pad. Which typically when you start to lock out, when you're in knee extension, so on a leg extension, for example, at the top, it can pinch. Commonly, especially we were talking about this when we were going through kind of training clips and stuff, at the top of a lot of movements when you're resting, a lot of us having a tendency to jam your knee out to kind of pause, which we kind of addressed straight away. I thought we're definitely doing that, which obviously isn't going to help the cause. It was a little bit of a surprise, to be fair, simply because of how bad the pain was.
But actually, there's a load of it's so like they call it nervated, don't
Yeah.
they? Like there's so much nerve endings,
Yeah.
and like that's what we thought. It was a tear. We thought, oh, maybe it's meniscus because of where it was situated. But that it makes total sense, don't
Yeah.
it?
And like we said, a massive thing that, especially over here, what we deal with a lot of is as we look at the psychology of injuries, etc. Your mind plays a massive determining factor in kind of how you perceive pain, how the body responds to pain. And we did say this, and we kind of went through it because we were a little bit stumped, to be honest. But we said once getting the scan results back, that should help determine, like as a last resort, where are we at, and it also helps set off some of the nerves, because obviously the longer you've got pain, the more of like a chronic issue it can become. So it's a little bit more of a deep rooted nerve issue.
Yeah.
Which then makes the body very sensitive and kind of proactive to sending pain signals. So then today we've kind of went through a little bit of a brief plan over the phone and thought today we're going to hit it hard. So we created a plan over at Bodyworks where Marsha trains for a full quad day, which we managed to successfully do, which we haven't been able to do in 8 months, which again kind of shows, one, the benefits of improving the psychology and actually caring about the mind, as well as it's not just a knee. It's upstairs too, I always say. If the upstairs is falling apart, then your body will fall apart.
And this is why, like, yeah, it was 360 quid for the scan, but I got to book it straight away, get the results in 2 working days, and now I don't need to fuck about with different rehab. You know, we've got the results.
100%. I think that made it a lot easier, because like today we went into the gym kind of with intent of knowing what we can and can't do.
Yeah.
And like I said, managed to box off a whole leg day.
It's like we know that lunges, you know, they hurt for me, don't they? So.
But we still managed to get squat pattern in, leg press pattern in.
Yeah.
We've switched out, so put some new isometrics in. So we had certain isometrics before, which didn't respond very well, but this time we've done some overcoming isometrics, so some like maximal contractions. As we also do know, Marsha is quite strong, so you've kind of got, it's obviously person specific. But as I say, we managed to run a leg day with 5-6 exercises, no pain at all. If anything, feeling better. I don't think Marsha will be feeling great tomorrow.
No,
shaky legs, but we managed to get everything we needed out of it, which was good. And then also, because of up-to-date research says about using multiple modalities, so treatment techniques, we're also having a little bit of soft tissue for the next few weeks, basically just to really knock it on the head. It's a bit 50-50. We always aim for or go for exercise first. But as we kind of looking at stress, etc., too, being self-employed and everything that comes with that, we're kind of treating it as like a bit more of a tool to play with, to kind of reduce some stress, reduce a bit of fatigue, and kind of also let Marsha switch off a little bit. Which again, if we can drop stress, means we can improve recovery, which will then help that knee. So we're kind of covering all grounds there as far as rehab wise, and we're going to run that now for a few weeks and see how the knee responds. But it looks like, if all being well, we're in a good spot.
But honestly, I'm so grateful, because you have literally gone to the ends of the fucking earth for me.
Yeah, it's been
like, you really have.
Yeah, it's been
and it just shows how much is involved in it, but like also trial and error, and doing your rehab and giving it the chance. You know, I did it week on week on week. Not giving up as well. Not giving up. I still trained legs twice a week. You know, still kept the majority of my muscle atrophied a little bit, but you know, I've gone in and done a full leg session today, and it felt really fucking good. So
I think that's in anything, like coaching and physio, is that being able to communicate well. And I think also being able to accept sometimes it's like anything. Sometimes no one knows everything, so going, actually, I need to go back to the drawing board here. But also I think too, like, we communicate very well.
Yeah.
So like when you say to me, I always say, does it work? How's it feeling? And you tell me that's not really working, and we can chop and change it as and when we need, rather than wasting time and messing around. Like I said, we communicate quite well, don't we? So we managed to kind of chop and change things. Right. Last option was the scan to tick the last box.
Yeah.
And now we should be on the home straight now.
Yeah.
Get you back to the quad monster.
Yeah.